if you're Jordan Poole in that situation, what's your next steps?
You have to bang him in his face.
Well, every time you see him?
Every single time.
Another thing that's happening in the UK, apparently you're going to be able to get your butt lift.
What we doing? Are we promoting this? Are we making it like a thing?
It's already been promoted, bro.
True.
It is the norm. And I guess now that it's in the UK, they're probably going to be able to pay on finance and that.
True.
2 bills a month.
Your batty's on finance.
On finance. Imagine that.
Your batty is on finance. There was a clip that recently went viral of Harry Pinero.
Oh, yeah.
And what he had said on 3 Shots of Tequila 4 years ago. People have basically, are baying for blood.
I think the whole cancelling thing is a bit of a stretch. Just in general.
Anyone can get cancelled.
That's fair.
Because all it takes is for something in society, a societal normal value to change. And then something that you said 10 years ago is now a problem.
Now, before we start this episode, make sure you like and subscribe.
Straight in.
Subscribe. That's what you need to do. And if you are subscribed, how about you send this to a friend and tell them, this podcast, I like the On The Rocks, it's decent. Like it's a decent podcast, you can get involved in the conversation and all of that stuff.
Come on.
And yeah, man, we told you we're trying to get 1,000 subs by the end of the year. So yeah, we need your help, people. But apart from that, how you doing, mate?
I'm out here, bro. I like what you're wearing today still.
Thanks, man. Tax-free.
Yeah,
you're wearing tax-free as well. You got the bottoms on.
I am wearing tax-free. Come on. On the bottoms anyway. Lars up my family, my tax-free family.
Yeah.
What are you telling me?
I am good. You know what? What I really need people to do. Yeah. And I don't know if this has just been my experience of late, yeah. But a lot of people in the UK can't drive, bro.
Including you. I've been in your car.
Don't do that.
No, as in not even on a joke.
Stop being funny.
No,
stop being funny. Stop trying to be funny.
The only reason I'm smiling is not a joke thing, bro. I've been in your whip before.
Man.
Cool.
You know how many times near misses you've had in your car, bro?
I haven't though.
Sav,
I know the
you've
width
had
of
to
my
turn
vehicle.
off your sensor thing because it actually tries to stop you. The car tries to stop you.
No, it's hypersensitive.
Because you get too close.
Have never in any car that I've had. Hold on.
You're just a
hold
liar,
on.
I'm so disappointed
in any car that I've had, I've never had an
man.
accident.
That's poor.
Can you say the same?
But that's not.
Can you say the same?
Accident's not been down to me.
I don't care. Can you say the same?
That doesn't make sense.
I've never been involved in an accident.
That's got nothing.
Thank God, touch wood. Yeah.
Yeah, because your head is wooden right now. Because I don't know what that was. It wasn't even about me. You haven't even been in my car.
When have you pissed?
When have you been in my car?
I was in your A class.
When?
Time ago.
That's not even true.
So what do you mean? What's not true?
You've not been in my car, bro.
In your what?
Car. You've not been in my car.
Yes, I have.
No, because I'm the one that's normally driving to your yard, and you're the one that's normally taking us.
And
bro,
there was a time when I was in your A class,
just
bro,
lying,
was
man.
driving.
You're just lying. Anyway, my point is, people in the UK need to learn how to drive because I've seen a lot of accidents recently, like genuinely, like, and I've seen, man. What did I see the other day? One Donny. He swerved, like, there's 3 lanes on a motorway, yeah. Donny was moving from lane to lane, but he didn't realize that the car that he was moving in front of in the middle lane was like a lorry. So trying to get over to the fast lane from that lane is just going to be a madness. Yeah. He done it. And I said, them ones where you're like, oh my days, like you're witnessing it from the back, yeah, bro.
Pause. Yeah, I hear it.
Man, that's not even a pause, man. Witnessing it from the back, bro. But he done it, and then literally, if the car didn't stop in the fast lane, bro, it would have been long. Yeah. And I've literally seen crashes every other day for the last 2 weeks, bro. Like, it's mad still.
I think that must have something to do with the energy that you carry around.
I
don't really experience crashes. Like, the last time I saw a crash was time ago. The fact you've seen one every day for the past week.
Not seeing, I'm seeing the cars just dismantled, bro.
Oh, you haven't seen the actual collision?
No, fam. This ain't no Final Destination thing.
Just
if I was seeing it, fam, I'll hit up the pastor and say, I would say someone needs to save me. But even at that, like, even seeing them is a bit mad. But yeah, man, apart from that, everything's all good. Chelsea on a good run. They're winning games. Yeah, like the UK, it's what it is, really. Do you know what I mean? Cost of living, we're all getting used to it.
Large up Graham Potter, real quick.
Yeah, Graham
doing his thing still. I respect it.
He's a cool guy, man. I wish him all the best.
How do you feel? It's kind of like your new stepdad stepped in. he's a cool guy in it, but you're still mourning the old stepdad.
Yeah,
you get
still
me?
trying to get to know him. I'm still trying to get to know him, like, but I'm getting to know him. I like him as a person. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get attached to a manager just yet because I was still going
It's
through
early
it.
doors.
Yeah, it's still early. But apart from
Arsenal's still top of the league.
that, yeah, we don't need to talk about Arsenal. But when
Still top of the league.
But when that changes, I'm gonna be on you so bad.
That's calm.
Alright.
Because I've said it to you multiple times. I don't expect to stay there very long at all. The fact we're even still there is mad.
No, you lot, and you dismantled Liverpool as well. That
Dismantled.
well, to be fair, it wasn't dismantling.
No, as in they're quite lucky that it wasn't more. We had a lot of chances.
It could have been a draw as well, though. Sorry about that. The battery died real quick, but we got spare batteries because we're responsible
Don't say we.
people.
Don't say we.
What do you mean?
Did you bring a spare battery?
Yeah, I did. That's
Wait.
the one that literally I just put in.
So that was your spare battery. So what have you done with the one I gave you out of my suitcase?
It's in the suitcase. Do you know what I mean? Like you always.
You're
I
not
don't
responsible, bro.
I'm not. I don't like your energy, man. Sorry,
Anyway.
I don't have decades of experience. We
Yeah.
don't need to talk about football anymore.
No. We were just talking about your team. We were talking about my team, innit?
People don't want to listen about Arsenal, bro.
We dismantled Liverpool. Yeah, Speedy, if you're watching, you know, you has been chatting shit for years. Years. Oh my days, because we ain't beat Liverpool in like 10 games.
Yeah.
That was needed.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Let's stick on sport though.
Go on.
Draymond Green, Jordan Poole, madness.
Man,
bro.
weighed him in.
No, like I can't believe that has actually happened and that we witnessed it. Apparently, the Donny that released the video got 2.6 mil for leaking it still.
As he needs, bro.
Yeah.
That's him done. No team will ever work with you again.
Yeah, but I don't care. I'll get a remote job and go to Thailand or work somewhere. 2.6 mil to release a 10-second clip.
That's
bro.
mad. It is crazy, but TMZ have exponential dough.
Yeah, nah.
Their dough is long.
Yeah, that is nuts still.
What?
But
Just for a vid.
yeah, but Draymond, if you're in that situation, yeah, as a teammate, and I don't even know how if you're Jordan Poole in that situation, what's your next steps?
You have to bang him in his face.
Well, every time you see him.
Every single time. Because you got weighed in on camera.
He got weighed in.
He buckled.
Yeah, no, but he made sure it stayed in his face.
Bro, it's like, alright, cool. You know what it kind of slightly reminded me of, yeah? Like, the emotion I had, which was, oh! Like, that was the same reaction I had when Uncle headbutted Donny.
Yeah. Oh,
when he went, like, he loaded it up. He went,
boom! Yeah, nah.
That's how I felt watching that video.
That
Like,
uncle's legendary. I've watched that video like 50 times, bro. A man actually made sure.
there was what, 5-6 man?
Yeah.
How many man was there? 4 or 5 man?
Them little
And
boys.
they was trying to move Uncle. He was like sturdy.
Even the last headbutt, he was unfazed by everything that was going on.
Bro, come like Terminator.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
he
safe.
did still.
Big up Uncle, man.
Westfield is an interesting place, but
That's the jungle.
but back to Draymond. He actually apologized and he said that
That's not good enough. You have
it's
to
not good
square
enough.
up.
Yeah,
Like, as teammates, you probably know each other live. Like, you have to buck, man.
yeah, I
You
can't
ain't
lie.
got. You ain't got a choice.
Yeah, no, I can't lie.
Have to buck,
It-
man.
As soon as the world has seen, because if the world didn't see, then fair enough. Now that the world has seen, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You got.
I need
You gotta
I
hold
need you
something.
to allow me to slap you in front of everyone. Because that's disrespectful. Because the worst thing about it is Draymond's the type of guy that he talks so much as well. Like, so for him to even, because apparently he got rattled by something that
he
Jordan
said,
was
didn't it?
saying, yeah. So you walk up to man. The worst thing about it is, and why Jordan Poole looks even worse, is because you know them ones where you're pushing someone that is bigger than you,
And you go
so,
back.
and you go back.
And you go
he
back.
actually went back
You went back and then got
and
banged
then
in his
got
face.
punched. The audacity of that man. Nah, we can't be teammates still. I'm not passing you the ball.
Yeah, facts. What?
What do you think this is?
Fam, I'm not even looking in your
Yeah,
direction.
nah, that's nuts, bro.
Yeah, peak. Even, you know what, sports wise as well, I was gutted. I was so ready to watch Eubank Ben.
Yeah, poor.
And obviously, I'm sure we'll find out more happenings and what, but I had to touch on that quickly, car. Genuinely, as a boxing guy, yeah,
Oh, you're a boxing guy, yeah?
as in I love boxing.
Oh, I thought you meant that, like, you square up in that, because I ain't never seen you in a fight before. I ain't even seen you put your fists up.
Yo, did you hear what you just said?
Hey, don't do that, man. You
You're
ain't gonna
mad.
turn it like that. You ain't gonna turn it like
Let
that.
me know when you're ready. Like, there's a booth right there. I'll fuck you up in the booth.
What?
You
Are
heard what I said? We can do
What?
the phone box boxing. Have you seen that?
That is mad.
Have you seen it?
Yes, bro.
Bro, what?
What are they thinking? You know, people. My thing is that there's people that are actually behind this and said, you know what can we do that will revolutionize
It's
the
Russians.
game?
The Russians are. Have you seen the car fighting?
Nah, car fighting.
Bro, I'm going to send it to you after this. Let me explain it to you quickly. Imagine you got two Donnies. They're seated in like a roofless car, yeah?
Yeah.
They both have their seatbelts on. When they ring the bell, they take their seatbelts off as fast as possible and start boxing each other in the car. That's the sport.
What?
First, like, boom, start rocking in the car.
In Russia?
It has to be. I don't know where it is, but it has to be Russia, fam.
Now, Vladimir, he's on some next stuff, bro. I'm sure he even made that up.
Brother, they're on different stuff. Anyway, I wanted to watch the fight because that's a lineage fight, bro.
Yeah.
So much, like, history.
Apparently, it's dangerous though, like weight-wise.
He made the weight, innit?
But is that why were people like so concerned?
They're really alright, cool. So Eubank fights in a much heavier weight class than Ben, innit? So Ben's having to put on weight and Eubank's having to lose weight in order for them to even meet. Do you get what I'm saying? At a catch weight. So Eubank's thing was, I'm going to be fighting at 60% because the last time I weighed this weight, I was like a teenager. Do you get what I'm saying? Make of that what you will, whether that's an excuse or...
I really like the way he promoted that fight.
He did well.
He did really, and you could tell he was getting to man.
Proper.
Like, you know when man is saying, you know, like when they start the sentence with that, that's when you know you've got him, bro. And then on top of that, you then have to, the fight is cancelled because of you taking drugs. Howlers.
And apparently he failed the second test as well.
Serious.
Think so. I heard from a little Tweety bird earlier.
Howlers.
Crazy.
Howlers. Not good enough. You've just given him so much more fuel.
Mad.
Like, you can't even speak, because there was even an old video of man talking about another fight and saying, I can't believe it.
You'd throw that away. I can't believe that you'd throw that away.
And he looked very strange in that as well. It's deep, man. It's deep.
I can't even imagine what his dad must be thinking. Cause his dad was cleaner than a whistle. Do you get what I'm saying?
Really?
Mad.
I don't even know what his dad looks like.
Nigel Benn.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're just not really a boxing guy like that.
Yeah, never really. More wrestling. WWE.
Yeah, because you're fake.
Entertainment.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Okay.
Don't be disrespectful to The Rock and them, man, because they're bigger than every boxer that you've even mentioned. Yeah, exactly.
No, he is not.
Who? The Rock
not
is
all of them. The Rock's like
bigger
the
than
biggest global star of all time. Yeah, cool. Well, in our generation anyway.
Bigger than all the boxers that you've even...
Maybe.
It's not a maybe thing.
He ain't earned more than Floyd Mayweather.
It gives a damn about earning.
What? Are you joking? You just said that you'd throw everything away for 2.6 mil. That's what you just said to me. So don't chat shit about, who cares about earnings? You care.
He ain't made more than John Cena.
Who?
The Mayweather.
You saying John Cena's earned through
Let's see
wrestling
what
over
John
$1 billion?
Cena's on then. Let's see what.
Because Floyd Mayweather has earned over $1 billion just through boxing.
Alright, let's see what.
No endorsements.
Alright, let's see what John Cena.
No endorsements, just boxing.
John Cena. No, that can't be true. That can't be. Let's not worry about that one then. Let's not worry about that one. Alright, let's see The Rock then. The Rock. Come on, Rock, you gotta be on something.
Even if he is or he isn't, he ain't earned $1 billion just from wrestling.
800 mil
from movies. He ain't earned that off of wrestling.
It don't matter, bro.
Yes, it does.
Fam, this guy's earned how much from exhibition fights?
Who?
The Mayweather. You talking about?
Forget the exhibition fights.
We can't forget it.
Whatever,
and his
man.
net worth is half of that.
Whatever.
Yeah?
Who cares?
Half of that. So
earnings,
that's what I'm saying.
About earnings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, be respectful. Anyway, we got to talk about the UK before we go over to the US.
Yeah.
And something really groundbreaking happened recently. That I slightly wish I was there. But I'll be at the next one. We'll be at the next one.
What's that?
The GOP Gala.
Yeah, large up.
GOP Gala was sensational.
Big up Ibrahim, man.
Yeah.
Real guy. And I'm terrible. I don't remember the other Donny's name. But both of them
did their thing.
Big them up, man. Yeah,
did their thing.
That's a major thing.
Like,
they did still.
You know what it is with.
And wait, hold on. Large up Henry.
Oh yeah, she won, innit?
Big up Henry. I think it was presenter.
Presenter of the year, yeah.
Bigger up.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
100%.
And it was actually beautiful looking at all the pictures of people, like all the outfits. Man, them look swat. Relic. Big up Relic.
Alvin.
Charlie Mace. Alvin. Yo, some of the man them look good in there.
I would have shut down.
No, you wouldn't.
Sav, give me something. Give me
one
something.
thing, Sam can drip still.
On them
Sam can
days,
drip still.
I would have.
Yeah, Sam can drip, but Lord knows if I was even... Some people might have started swooning in there.
See, why you gotta bring it back to you? Ain't got nothing to do with you, bro. I'm talking about me right now. If I was on that red carpet, everyone, shoom, shoom. Who's that? But the thing is, what I liked about that is because a lot of people worked with UK designers and stylists and that, yeah. But what I didn't like about the GOP Gala, and it's not necessarily anything to do with the actual gala itself, it was the people that were just hating us. Like, why must you hate on greatness?
Because,
like, if you wanted to be there, just say that, bro.
Yeah, just
like,
say that.
And on top of that, like, it's not everything. Like, I saw fits that I wouldn't necessarily wear, or if one of my guys or girls that I knew would wore that, I would have been like, I would have laughed at them or something, make a joke of it. But when you take things like that to social media, knowing that it's such a like monumental thing, yeah, like why do you have to be that negative source, man? I just don't understand people that do that stuff, honestly. Like it's a bit strange still, and there was a lot of it, like
bit of it,
like.
But I there's a lot of people when they're not involved in something, they just want to have something to say, and more often than not, it's negative. That's just what it boils down to, innit? And I feel like people get way more of a kick out of negative stuff than they do positive. Anyway, we've spoken about that at length on this show, but especially when it hit them hard. Like there's certain gal I know who was watching and looking at some of those outfits and thinking, right, like, but I didn't even get an invite and didn't just do better, go harder, and then be there next year, innit?
Yeah, no, we got to be there still, because that was just amazing.
That looks serious.
Still, that was amazing. Still, I don't know if you'll be there actually, because
I think out of me and you, it's more likely I'll be there.
No, actually,
I think it's more likely I'll be there.
I could have been there this year. I was busy.
I was busy, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Had a shoot, actually.
Okay. And
no, did I have a shoot on that day? I did have a shoot on that day.
You weren't invited.
I was.
Okay, cool.
Not to... But no, it did look sick.
No, large up.
What else was there? Apparently in December, we're going to be going through it still.
With the whole energy crisis.
Yeah, like 3 hours worth of blackouts, like across December, bro.
It's what happens when you fuck with Russia, innit?
But why is that not ending? Where's the end coming? All I keep seeing is man on a green screen talking about certain things that have happened in the land. Like, it's crazy how... When did it start? It started mad early this year.
Time ago.
Like last season.
Months ago.
Yeah, it started last season, Premier League-wise, yeah. And then, like, it's just still going on, fam.
But do you know what? I think it also... In people's minds, yeah, war is like quite a quick thing. Because when you think about it and you learn about it in school, they're talking about, okay, the Second World War, it's 4 years long, bro.
Yeah.
It's 4 years long.
You're right.
That's a long time.
You're right.
But because you learn about it in 3 months, it's a quick thing for you.
You're right.
People don't deep. War is not something that goes away like that. Even when we was in Iraq and Iran, bro, things was going on forever. Ever. The Cold War lasted 20 years.
What is it? What was the Cold War?
It was like where Russia and America were going back and forth without actually going at each other. It's kind of like what's happening right now.
Really?
To be fair, there's an argument to be made the Cold War never ended. Like, it's still going.
Really?
You can make that argument, yeah.
That's a really interesting. You're clued up, man. I like it when
Listen,
you
the Bay of Pigs, Cuba, Castro, man, know all about them thing there, yeah?
Who?
Cuba. Like, Fidel Castro and... No?
Who's that?
Fidel Castro. He's like the main guy in Cuba. He's like there. He recently passed away, I think.
How do you know that though? Do you just...
Because I paid attention in school.
You didn't.
You did this whole Sav dropped out and
no, but you didn't pay attention in school though. Because
cool.
you only were there till like year 9.
You see?
So how could you have paid attention? That's mad still. Another thing that's happening in the UK. Apparently, you're gonna be able to get your butt lift if you're a female. Guys have as well, but
Look at you trying to be PC.
no, but have you not seen Saucy Santana?
Man, them have got a butt lift, bro.
Yes,
Cool.
bro. Have you not seen the Donny? Who did he do a song with? Is he named Saucy Santana?
I don't
I'm
know
sure it's
them
Saucy
kind of
Santana.
I don't know who you're talking about.
What's the song?
It sounds like you proper like it.
Shut up. What's the song? I can't even remember. But yeah, UK, they're bringing that to the UK still. So
This
you
whole
don't have to go
BBL thing.
Turkey and all of that stuff.
Which I hear, but I can only assume it's going to be pricey. One, it's going to be pricey. Two, I think I can see it as a good and a bad thing. Reason being, you'd much rather somebody go get a job done properly with a good surgeon and so that nothing comes back around and things go wrong. But then at the same time, is it encouraging people to get the surgery done? I don't know. You can make arguments for both sides. Like, did you see when Miss R Fabulous's bum slipped down into a fire? You saw like them pictures that she put up online. You don't want that to happen to people. And I'm assuming that there's going to be better surgeons available in the UK, or you'd think so anyway. Yeah. So it's like, maybe it's a good thing, but then it also has negative connotations as well, Carl. Like, what we doing? Are we promoting this? Are we making it like a thing?
It's already been promoted, bro.
True.
It is the norm. I'd even think that it's more normal than being normal, bro.
I don't know if you've got there yet. We could be on the way there.
I think social media is there now.
Maybe. But when you see it in real life, it's not that. Like most people, this is not me. I would never attempt or ever even want to body shame anybody. But if I'm totally honest with you, anytime I've seen a BBL, I'm just like, it's not appealing to me. Yeah. And that's just my personal preference. But when I see it on the gram, I'm like, rah, her back's brazy. You get what I'm saying? But in real life, you can see it's not really you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what? Like, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe socials, cool. You might see something you think, nah, man. But then in real life, you're like, nah. Like, I haven't seen that many BBLs where I'm like, yeah, I'm involved. Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear you. And I guess now that it's in the UK, they're probably going to be able to pay on finance and that.
True.
£2 a month.
Your batty's on finance.
On finance. Imagine that.
Your batty is on finance.
Imagine.
No. Man are taking out TVs, cars, and batties on finance.
Imagine someone that you knew or someone that you was chatting to, and let's say it was a situation where you didn't know that they had it done.
Yeah.
And you was like you guys were grooving. You're in a good place, and then there was 1 month. Let's say she lost her job, and she was like, "Oh, Sav, like I really need help paying this direct debit off." She was like, "It's something that I never told you before, because I didn't want you to judge me." Yeah. And then you see like she shows you like what the pay is, and it's like $350 to flipping Dr. Chuang or something. Like, what are you saying?
I'll flog her batty. Are you crazy? You're asking me take time, learn yourself. Like, I can't even imagine. You know why? When you're going for things, let's say it's a car, a mortgage, things that you know you got to get a credit check for. They take into consideration outstanding debts and loans. So you're going to tell me that you're going to go get a mortgage and potentially get denied from certain vendors and lenders because you've got a BBL?
Yeah, nuts.
Yo, there's more to life.
Imagine if you need a guarantor for it as well. Alright, no, that is funny.
Like you're paying £15 a month Netflix. You're paying 150, maybe £250 on a whip. 6 bills, 7 bills on a mortgage, and 3 bills on a batty.
Yeah, poor still. It even, well, it doesn't tie in, but it kind of does tie into like just there's this big conversation going on right now, and I saw a clip recently, of a South African girl talking about Nigerian girls. I don't know whether she was talking in the UK specifically, but we were talking about that last week about guys needing to do better. But she was saying how like Nigerian girls all they
love money,
just is money. Like, and people have been getting onto her, like seriously saying that she's like fishing for compliments and stuff like that. But slightly,
see, you would know more about this than me. I'm not proper plugged in with Nigerian culture like that. But is there no smoke without fire?
I don't feel like I wouldn't even just put it to Nigerian girls though. That's the
girls
one.
in general.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it is interesting because I guess in Niger it's completely different because I've not been to Niger many times yet, and I've heard that in Niger you can't not have bread if you're out and about, single, and you want to mingle. Like you can't not have bread. So that might be a thing. UK, even here, we're saying that men are feeling that they need to spend 8 to 10 bags to have a good time with girls, like in a club, bro. Yeah. So there definitely, it's not it can't be completely false, but I just don't think it's just.
It's not just Nigerian. Of course, it's never just Nigerian women, but I think there's certain cultures where that's not looked upon as a good thing, like to be money grabbing, innit? Whatever culture that might be, I'm not too clued in.
If you had a girl, and she was like, you were in a good place, and let's remember you're in a good place, and you started having conversations about like what you want your future to look like and stuff like that, and she was like, I don't really want to work, I want you to be like the breadwinner, and I'll sort out everything at home, and we'll keep it moving from there, and maybe like I'll start getting into properties, because you hear that a lot. You hear that a lot when girls are like, oh yeah, my man will be working, I'll be dealing with our properties. Where? Where? But if she try to come with that flex, what you saying, man?
It depends how up I am. That's the reality of it. Like if I was super gone, is it that deep? Probably not. Do you get what I'm saying? But at this stage in my life right now, that can't run. It just can't run. I haven't got 5 properties for you to manage. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, no. Do you get what I'm saying? What do you mean you don't want to work? You have no choice. You get what I'm saying? On the Andrew Tate thing, you have no choice. You get what I'm saying?
Don't mention it, man. Fam, that guy, he's going back on a lot of the stuff that he's saying now, though. Like, or he's trying to make sense of it more now. Like, rather than
he's explaining what he said.
A lot.
He hasn't. But to be fair, from some of the stuff he said, you can say, like you've got a lot of explaining to do. Yeah. So I kind of hear it. The things that annoy me though is when he goes on like Piers Morgan, and Piers Morgan just doesn't let man talk. It's like, why have you got man on your show? Piers is there a reason for you to have him on your show?
He wanted to look like the savior. Like Piers wanted to get a lot of credit. Yeah. From being like, I'm the one that
put him in his place.
Yeah. Shut up, Piers. No one rates you. Unfortunately.
No one. And you know what? It's very interesting because his energy. He's the epitome of not keeping the same energy for different people. Because his interview with Jordan Peterson, bro, man was just letting him talk the whole time.
Jordan Peterson.
You don't know Jordan Peterson, bro?
No.
I'm gonna put you on.
Who is it though?
He's a real guy. Don't even worry about that, man. Don't watch that.
I want to see what he looks like though.
Okay. He's a bad. You've probably seen his face. He's a bad man. You've probably seen his face still.
I have.
Yeah, he's floated and circulated.
He's an actor, no?
No.
Okay, no.
He's a clinical psychologist. He's a professor. Yeah, he's a serious guy.
Serious guy in what sense?
Just like his trains of thought and his level of thinking is way beyond anything that you've probably listened to in your life. And that's just, I'm not trying to violate you because I know you was looking at me like,
no, that sounds.
Nah, he's a serious guy still.
Mad.
Because are you the type to listen to intellectual podcasts or not really?
It depends, because a lot of people just want to sound smart, and a lot of people like with socials now, everyone's got the answers, fam. Yeah, everyone's got the answers. So who am I supposed to listen to?
But not everyone's got the answers though. Some people pretend they do, and some people actually do.
Okay, but how am I supposed to know who actually has the answers for me?
Have common sense. And
but
also,
is sense really common?
Depends.
On what?
If you know yourself, then you can listen to a man and say, do you know what? This applies to me, or this doesn't apply to me. Anyone who used to listen to Andrew Tate and actually think, like my man's speaking facts, like what he's saying is spot on to what my thing. Get in the bin. Do you get what I'm saying?
But you said that, remember the scenario that you said about your girl being a parked car, whatever.
Facts, yeah.
You said that it is a scenario that it was extreme, but you can understand where it was coming from.
I can understand the train of thought. Whether I agree with it is different.
So you don't agree with it?
Well, it's exactly the same thing. Like I said, it's exactly the same thing that we've said. We just said it in a way that is not possessive and doesn't come across misogynistic. Like there's ways to convey your points of view without making it look like you're a chauvinistic human being. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's easy to do that, but it doesn't get clicks.
Yeah.
So
the intellectual thing is a bit Because Andrew Tate, to like millions of people, he's the most intellectual man on the planet.
That they know, yeah. Crazy.
Like seriously, like this Donny, he looks like he probably talks well and stuff.
Like he's genuinely, bro. If you get a chance, just sit down. If you've got some chores to do, just put him in the AirPods and just take him in. Car, he's different.
But what will he teach me? What's like the biggest lesson he can teach me, man?
I'm not gonna sit here and preach his sermon. Do you get what I'm saying? But he's cold.
Okay.
He's cold. Like, take him in. But talking of podcasts, there was a clip that recently went viral of Harry Pinero.
Oh, yeah.
And what he had said on 3 Shots of Tequila 4 years ago. Now, there was a lot made of this clip, and quite rightly so, because a lot was said. And whether a lot of it was said for comedic effect or not is up for interpretation. But off the back of the comments he made, people have basically, are baying for blood. You get me?
They want him.
They want him cancelled. They want him
gone.
For anyone who doesn't know, he basically detailed a scenario where there was like a 9-month-old baby on the bed whilst he was pressing a girl that he was seeing. And don't laugh.
I'm not laughing.
No, you were smiling.
Bro. See, don't do that.
Don't do that. Anyway. So,
nah,
why have you done this to me? Because I'm trying to explain it, and then you're making me laugh. It's not funny, fam.
In my head, I'm thinking like, school times where you're not supposed to laugh at something because
yeah,
it's
that
serious.
you fucked it up.
Yeah,
for me.
sorry, go on. Sorry, go on.
Anyway, nah, a lot of things have been.
Stop. Nah, it's serious, bro. Big man thing.
You're getting on my nerves, fam.
Sorry.
A lot of things have been brought into question because of that clip.
Yeah.
One, why is there a baby on the bed in the first place when you're having sex? Second of all, he starts detailing a scenario where the baby's hungry and is trying to eat, and then man's trying to beat the girl while she's breastfeeding the youth. And obviously, people are outraged. They're like, this is fucked. Like, what you're doing and saying is mad. Now, part of the debate started with who's more in the wrong, him or the girl, the mother. Now, in my mind, the mother is more wrong. The mother has a duty of care to her child to make sure the child is not exposed to mad stuff like that. Does that mean that he would have been completely in the wrong? If this is a true story, this is like, I think I'm going to make a point of saying this isn't confirmed to be a true story yet. Right now, a lot of people on podcasts say things for comedic effect or shock factor, just to have clips to go viral. Maybe this is one of those situations, but let's assume that it's a real situation. Yeah. Who's more in the wrong? For me, it's the mum. Like, I couldn't even imagine my baby mother, who I'm not with. Imagine you had a kid and your baby mother was doing that. It's hell to pay.
Facts.
Hell to pay. But what was your initial thoughts when it came out? And not the clip itself, but just like the whole thing of people wanting him to be cancelled. Like, what was your thing?
I think the whole cancelling thing is a bit of a stretch, just in general. Like, I think the situation, when you look at the situation like you described it, it is weird. Like, you can't take that and say that it's not strange, and you'd be looking regardless of who it is. Like, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, with Harry Pinero, why it's difficult in that situation, because he's done so many skits where he says outlandish things. Like, that's one of the reasons why he even blew up. Do you know what I mean? Because he was jumping on the stage, saying things, making jokes here, jokes there, and everyone was laughing at it because it was comedy. But I think with the podcast now, I think because podcasts are seen as more conversational and you're not necessarily seeing comedians come on and like just tell jokes for the full hour, you might think that it's all serious. And I'm not saying, because I don't actually know, don't care to a certain extent, but I do understand why people are outraged. But I think people are always too hell-bent on trying to control people's like careers with whether it be doing something that is just a howlers. If it was something different, like if it was something like extreme, where it's like we can't watch this guy ever again. Yeah, I'll completely understand. But in that situation, I think it's something where it's like, that's a bit weird. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a situation. If my guy told me that, I'll be like, you're a bit weird for that. Do you know what I mean? So if people think that that's calm, the only thing is with this now, and I don't know if you've seen it or not, is that there was another podcast that he jumped on. I think it was Poet and Vuj. And he was talking about another situation. And that situation is where you can draw the line, in my opinion. Like, you've gone too far. Like, do you know what I mean? But then at the same time, I just don't. I will never be the person to say it unless I fully think from the 3 shots. What he said there, I don't know, man. I don't think it's. I feel like people just want to be able to say, yeah, like, we're gonna cancel him. The same thing that happened with Philly.
Yeah,
like,
but the
Philly's one wasn't like.
He's never gonna get cancelled.
Yeah, but it was, people were saying it's weird. Like, do you know what I mean? But they genuinely is like, oh, Philly's a bit weird because of what he was saying, that I'm following and all of that stuff. Like, I feel like with these people, especially when you're in the public eye and you're talking so much, and a lot of people know how much you're making, the cars that you're buying, the watches that you're wearing, they're gonna be on you, man. Like, and that's why you just gotta be wary of like the things that you say on pods and
very wary. You gotta really make sure that anything that you say online, you're aware that that's going to live there forever. And not only is it going to live there forever, but you're going to have to stand on it because people will pull you up on it.
Yeah, facts.
You get what I'm saying? And like, just to quickly touch on what you said, yeah, because I think it's important to say this. With the second kind of instance of him wanting to be cultured, now there was like a comment that was left under that video, which was said something along the lines of like, a condom coming off during sex and not being addressed is mad. Like, and it is. I haven't seen the clip that is being talked about, and probably not many people have at this stage because it's not online anymore. So I can't really comment on it. But just in general rule of thumb, forget Harry Pinero. If a condom comes off during sex, you either stop having sex there in that moment and say, by the way, the condom's come off, like let me put it back on, or do you want to continue? You don't just keep going.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because at that stage, what you're doing is rape, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, no, it's
so,
not still.
With the whole cancel culture thing, I kind of agree with what you're saying. Although, if the story's true, see, this is why I keep saying if the story's true, because it's like, you know what a certain man are on, bro? When there's a room full of men, was there 4 or 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 people in that room. You know what man them are like? They'll egg things up and they'll exaggerate things. Like, maybe there's some truth to the story. You know, there's certain man who'll be like, yeah, no, bro, there was like 10 man and they rolled up on man and punched them all in the face.
Yeah, like the soldier
didn't though.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Like, they'll just exaggerate things. Maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe it's part of the story true. Maybe it's not. Like, you don't know. But either way, is it a cancelable offence? In my humble opinion, not enough is known for it to be.
Yeah.
But just a clip from socials isn't enough for it to be a cancelable offence. Like, there's not like a girl's come out with evidence and said, yo, boom, this is what he did, and he was trying to do this whilst my baby was on my breast. And if that was the case, then different, yeah.
No, it's nuts. But that's it. You just gotta be wary, man.
You have to be wary. Stop, man, and please, I beg you, stop thinking that the buck stops at YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or Twitter. The buck don't stop there. These people that the numbers that you see on the screen, the views, that's not just a number. That's a person that's viewed it, has seen it, and has an opinion about what you're saying.
Facts.
You can't think, because it's easy to forget.
Cause
it's easy to forget, bro.
So many numbers.
Like, you work on FD, right? FD's got how many million subscribers?
1.8.
Cool. Imagine looking at 1.8 million people in front of you. That's a lot of fucking people, bro. That's a lot of people, all with a feeling or an opinion about something. Do you get what I mean? But people forget, it's just a number on the screen. Nah, bro.
It's a lot of
people. Them
still.
people there will turn into a mob and cancel you.
Yeah. But that's also, I feel like that also comes down to your character as well, though. I feel like I don't feel like I could ever get cancelled, man, or like we could ever get cancelled to unless we just changed who we were, because it's like I don't know. Do you feel like anyone can get cancelled?
anyone can get cancelled.
Okay, that's fair.
Anyone can get cancelled.
That's fair.
Because all it takes is for something in society, a societal normal value to change. And then something that you said 10 years ago is now a problem, even though it wasn't then. Do you get what I'm saying? But
That's
because
true.
society has shifted, and in that
That's
10-year
true.
period,
That's true.
people's norms and values have shifted. Now what you've said is brazy.
You got
Do you get what I'm saying?
apologising online and that. Yeah.
So anyone can get it, bro. There was literally a period of time during the first lockdown where that's what everybody was on. Let's see what happened 10 years ago on Twitter.
That was a toxic time still.
Mad.
That was a toxic time
Crazy.
still.
But that's what can happen.
Yeah, I hear you. There was something else that I saw as well. Diddy did an interview, about it. Charlamagne asked him, was like,
Charlamagne's
if your daughters brought like a 50-year-old, like what would you do? Because obviously he's 52 and he's chatting to girls that are women that are like 24, 25.
Younger than man.
Yeah, like, and if you saw the way he answered the question, it was just like he couldn't say no because he knows that he is 52 and he's doing the same thing. So he was like, like I'm all about energies and how you make my daughters feel and all of that crap. And it's like, no, bro, it's weird. He's like, I feel younger than ever, and all that. So you're still 52, mate, and you're talking to 20 people half your age. You shouldn't be doing that.
I think for me anyway, where I would personally draw the line at that age, yeah, and I don't know this because I'm not there yet, but if the person is young enough to be your child, then maybe you should look at
Facts.
stuff.
Facts.
Because they're young enough to be your child. I don't know. That seems a bit seedy to me.
Very, very. But if my if my daughter or son ever came home with someone that was just like twice their age, or just tried to, because it's man as well, you know. I've seen some mad couple, like, bro, man's 24, girls like 49, bro. Like they're like, bro, like, fam, like, what's going on?
Would it be a different reaction?
No.
Like, let's say your son came home with a woman who's like 49.
No.
Smoking.
I don't care. That is, because for me, it's what have you been through to be at this point?
I hear it. I was joking. But I feel like naturally I'm going to be more protective over my daughter than my son. That's just the way I'm going to be. And I can tell that already within my persona, my character. But either way, it doesn't matter.
What, with your daughter already?
Huh?
Your daughter?
What about her? She ain't born yet, bro.
I thought you was like trying to tell everyone.
What are you talking about, bro?
I thought you were trying to tell everyone, like, like, when do you want to...
Listen, I'm not a dad. Right? You just make that clear. Because this guy said this a few times on this pod. So for anyone who's wondering, nobody calls me Pops. Just saying.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh, no, we've got to cut it short this week because the time is well a bit off. But yeah, no, we're going to be here again.
Come on.
Next week. Let us know in the comments what you think about the Diddy situation, what you'd feel if your daughter or your son came home with someone that was twice their age.
Facts.
What you think about the other situations as well that we've touched on, because I'm interested to see what people think, because I know a lot of people that tune into this pod are quite reasonable people.
You'd like to
I'd like to hope, but I see from the comments and the people that shout me as well. So yeah, let us know in the comments, message as well, and yeah, subscribe, like, notifications, all of that lovely stuff, and we'll see you next time.